Heartland boot.
And for the Mob City Misfits in green, number 012, Bok Bok. 03 is Porter, 10, Pandemonium, 12, Oopsie Daisy, 13, Nayslayer, number 20, Tay Bus Driver, 21, The Iron Rabbit, number 23, Afro Jamurai, 24, Hater, 247, Miss Amerikill, 309, Raven Fritch, number 35, Rio, 42, Brutiful, 911, Chicken, and number 95, Slaughtermelon.
One of the fastest roster reads.
Hey, you know, I like to just
right
rip
there.
through it.
Yep.
This is broadcast. We don't need to get all hyped up like the house guy is doing right now. Because we got roller derby to talk about. 206 Road Rage jamming against number 24 Hater. And Road Rage lead jammer. Now the Jacksonville Duval has a number of skaters that are now playing for the attack pack. And Mob City has 3 skaters that were just playing for Seattle on this same track. They had time to cry and then change shirts and come back out and play again. Speaking at least for my daughter, who was crying and is now skating again. I'm sure that the Duval skaters are much happier since they did win that third-place game.
But both teams played really well. Mob City Jammer thought he was called off on a penalty there. Was not. Returns back to the track. Is out on his initial pass now. 3-3 pack. But we got a call off from Road Rage.
That was some beautiful high stepping by Road Rage coming around that corner.
8-0 start for the attack pack.
Now these teams each have several skaters aging out for the attack pack All-Stars. Number 71 Sunny Days and 206 Road Rage, who we just saw, both aging out. And on the Mob City side, we've got number 95 Slaughtermelon and 911 Annihilate her. I'm sorry, M Chicken. I got to get the name right for the team because she changes her name between teams, throws her dad off. But what are you going to do?
1-2-3 Purple Warrior out for the attack pack. Up against number 3-5 Rio from Mob City.
Purple Warrior, one of those skaters doing double duty, was a little shaken up in that Duval game and sat for much of the second half.
Unfazed right now,
Yeah,
though.
clearly. Good to see she's back. Like, I think just went, I'm going to just save it for the other game.
Yep.
Take an extra 20 minutes in between.
Oh, amazing footwork there by Rio to get out of the pack on his initial pass.
Rio is almost the definition of rubber band man. He is so bouncy and flexible. It kind of frightens me sometimes. So looking at their paths to this game, Attack Pack beat Des Moines on Friday, then went on to lose to Diamond City in a nail-biter yesterday. That game back and forth, finally won. I think last jam, 7-point. That lands them in the third-place game. Mob City upset Tampa on Friday, then lost to Philly, again, a nail-biter. Mob City thought, similar to your game, Mob City thought that they had won in the last jam, but those points for the other team always throw you off.
Psych.
So Philly taking the 1-point win there.
Quick lead for Lightning out of the pack here for the attack pack. That was a great footwork on the outside. Iron Rabbit one to beat.
Oh, hops to the inside and bumped out.
No pass, no penalty, and now out.
Excellent awareness by the Iron Rabbit. And we sit, how many points coming in there? 0. So we are at 12-0.
0 aside, but we do set up the 4-3 pack advantage here for Mob City with the attack pack pivot in, starting the jam in the box.
And we're back to the lineup from the first jam with Hater jamming against Road Rage.
Tight rotations. Third,
Yeah.
This is a metal game.
Maybe not as tight as your game this morning.
Last game.
That was insane.
Last game of the weekend.
Yeah.
Leave it all
Exactly.
out, right?
As a football coach of mine once said, don't save it for the prom. We never quite understood what he meant, but he really wanted us to play hard.
First lead for Mob City goes to Hater.
Oh, and Hater called for the
psych. It's a high block.
We will cross off that lead and shift it over to the other column. Road Rage now 100% on lead jam and forced out of bounds by Brutiful. Road Rage rolling back, ducking to the outside, gets past Porter. And there are 4 points up.
You got the green pivot going to the penalty box for a track cut right now after Jamurai.
Afro, another of those two-team skaters. Oh, looks like Porter also being sent to the penalty box. So there's 4 points up.
3 blockers and going to the box now for Mob City.
It's going to leave poor Brutiful all by their lonesome as Hayter just tipped out Dizzy Izzy. Dizzy Izzy not getting enough jamming in the last game. Now just going to tear it up as a blocker in this game.
That was a phenomenal exit hit.
12.
And look at this. Great spread offense here by the attack pack. Easy 4 points there for Road Rage.
And Mob City Afro Jamurai was out of the penalty box and now heading right back. So we will again. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't Afro. That was number 13. I saw the 3 and thought it was Afro, but no, it's 13 Nayslayer.
Was there a steal at the end? There was a steal. 2 points. So Mob City now on the board.
And a jam ref for the attack pack conferring with the outside. 2 points as well. So an 18-point jam takes us to 30-2.
So close to the Marge Simpson gift. So close. Rio and High Roller on the jam line here. First jam of the game here for High Roller.
High Roller goes into the air, and a back block is called. So High Roller to the penalty box. First power jam and first lead jammer for Mob City.
If you're a High Roller, you play with a lot of risk.
Right. You takes your risks, you takes your chances or something. All right, Rio engaged. Fritsch picking up the forearm penalty, so that will leave one blocker on the track.
Blocker penalties really piling up. And it's starting here for Mob City.
Mob City has had, seems like they've had less than 4 for most of these jams. Yep. Rio finally broken free by Nayslayer and M. Chicken. And a direction of play penalty sending Chicken to the penalty box. Did break the jammer free. Did get 4 points.
Still 2 in the box here for Mob City. High Roller is out and through on his initial pass.
And now Rio trying to approach, running right up against number 101, Ari Cantrell. 3 points for Mob, 7 total, takes them to 9-34 for Attack Pack. And we will regroup. Iron Rabbit and High Roller stays out. I guess he did get that 30-second break in the middle of the jam to just chill. 2 blockers in the penalty box, 1 from each team. So 3-on-3 in the pack.
Pivot line starts.
Iron Rabbit pushing towards the inside. Oh, cuts the track. Saw the foot. I was like, did that go out of bounds? Yes, indeed it did. So lead jam for 777 High Roller.
Pierce jam is called for injury.
Yeah, I think Brutiful being helped to the bench and now being rolled back to the medic tent, I believe.
Sense. We didn't get to go through officials. I think we should.
Not. We should definitely do that because they've been working hard all weekend.
I'll take the first.
Who do we got?
Darth Vader, Party Crasher, Talia Up, Chunk, Pterodactyl, Loud Llama, KT Massacre, and Darth Bling.
And on the other side of the page, we've got White, Flow Block, Cat Sergeant, Wes Slamberson, Podunk, Leah Davidson, Nacho, and Zombie Dearest. And I believe I saw Harley Quinn Davidson earlier. There she is, standing out in the middle. I'm like, I believe she's the alt ref for this game. Harley, I think, was able to do one game and then had some health issues that kept her out for most of the weekend. Glad to see her back for this third-place game.
Junior Derby. Whoa, where are you?
Yes, it will.
Because it's so fast.
It is very quick. And, I'm impressed that anybody can skate around up at this altitude because I'm from sea level and I'm a weenie. But all of these skaters doing a great job all weekend.
Yep.
Especially those skating on 2 teams. This is the 6th game in 3 days for those that are playing for both Attack Pack and Jacksonville Duval or Mob and Seattle Derby Brats. And a number coming up in our championship games as well. We'll see skaters from both teams crossing over.
Power start here for Purple Warrior and the Attack Pack. 4-3 pack. They're down 1 blocker, but she is standing in the penalty box.
Purple Warrior forced out.
They are going to lose their pivot, though.
Number 71, that's Sunny Days, the pivot heading to the box, but Purple Warrior is out. Lead jammer. The attack pack has had lead 6 of 7 jams this game, with Rio getting the only lead jam for the Mob City.
Oh, big hit. Was it clean?
No, forearm called. I saw she had the arm up, but apparently it was pushing off as well rather than just shielding with it. So the Iron Rabbit to the box.
Only 2 blockers on the track, though, to help Purple Warrior here with his power jam.
And the Purple Warrior says, I'm just going to call this off right now. Purple Warrior, however, an outside back ref checking in. Not a penalty, just to check in, I think. Make sure she was all right.
3 points on the jam for attack back. Brings them up to 37 to 9. Almost 10 minutes in. Lightning back on the line for the attack pack. Power start. 3-on-3 pack here. Pivot line start, or close to pivot line. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Footwork inside line, a little hurdle at the end. That was a pretty start. Attack pack lead jammer again. 7 out of 8 jams now as the Mob City blocker returns to play. Lightning is through. Iron Rabbit released from the penalty box.
I'm sure the comparison gets made a lot, and I'm sure Lightning has heard it a lot, but the acceleration that Lightning has reminds me a lot of Aaron Jackson. And the fact that you can go from a coast to an explosive step immediately on your toe stops or your edges is almost impossible to track and block. And look at that. Amazing
Beautiful
apex jump. Oh, my. This is a clinic in one jam. We got all this in one jam.
And Lightning bumped out by M. Chicken. M. Chicken rolling out of bounds as well, so Lightning gets up, calls off the jam. 4 points. I think Coach Payne for Mob City having some friendly discussion with the referees, as he is wont to do.
We praise the footwork. The call-off was a little late, though.
If I'm the
coach, I'm like, you want to teach a little bit of humility. Great jam. Love the footwork. But the call's got to be a little tighter.
Yes, it did give up, I believe I saw 4 points. Yes, so 13 now for Mob and 45.
Road Rage out in lead for the attack pack here. Jamming against Hater for Mob City. Hater is now out and through on his initial. 3 blockers in the box here for attack packs. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this jam.
And Road Rage will call it off.
They decide to set up pack disadvantage in the next jam. It's going to be a 4-2 start here for Mob City.
Did clear a couple out, so only one blocker. Glisten is the only blocker currently sitting in the penalty box. Oh, sorry, I was wrong. I was looking at the wrong side because she's standing in front of the empty chairs. Psych. All right.
They sent another one, too.
Still a one-player pack.
4-1 start here.
And we got, Purple Warrior jamming against Porter. Porter at the star for the first time in this game. He's had good luck earlier in this tournament. Gets around Dizzy Izzy and grabs lead jammer.
Oh, and we've got a cut on Purple Warrior. Huge opportunity here for Mob City to try and close this gap early on.
First power jam. Porter comes up to the pack. Mob City with the sweeping forward. Now trying to catch a goat at the back, but Dizzy Izzy will not be captured.
Great footwork.
Oh, Dizzy Izzy with the back block, so doesn't need to be captured because she's off to the penalty box.
Good spread offense here from Mob City. Makes it an easy 4 for Porter.
That's 8 total, now 49-21 as the attack back to 3-on-4 in the pack. Porter trying to work through. Miss Amerikill opens a lane in the middle. There's another 4.
I love the discipline that Porter's showing so far, entering the pack, making sure the arms are down. The speed is a little bit slower. Not going to risk a 4-on penalty or back block.
Nope.
Purple Warrior, a great pirouette here in turn 4 to get out on her initial.
And Porter bumped out of bounds, calls off the jam. 0 points up for the attack pack. We'll keep them at 49. And there's 3 more coming in for Mob City, taking them to 15 for the jam, 28 total. So looking at doing my math, announcer math, 21 points.
One day I will learn to not pencil
Never
it
write
in
Gotta
until
wait.
the discussion
know.
is over. We're running this
I
eraser
made that
right
mistake
now.
on the broadcast for your game twice because I called it one way and then I'm like, wait, no, it's the other way. Oh, wait, it's still unofficial. Hey, that was a beautiful jump by High Roller, but it didn't quite land as expected. So 777 reporting to the box.
It's been overturned. So
Oh,
High Roller
all
will
right
still
then.
be on initial. This was not out of
Was a
the
no?
engagement zone.
Must have been a no pass. Iron Rabbit still eligible for lead.
Oh, my.
That's 4 points up for High Roller. Iron Rabbit deposited to the infield. Number 20, Scully, roll with the shoulder check through the Iron Rabbit. Scully taking it on herself to just hold on to the jammer.
Lead should still be open.
Yep, I believe so. We'll see once Iron Rabbit shoulders through Scully
There we
and
go.
grabs lead.
Bench is telling her to call.
Yep. And we will end that 1 more point. So a 5-point jam for the attack pack, taking them to 54-28.
Interested in the call on that initial pass because it looked like High Roller was not outside of the engagement zone before leaving the track. So it would not have been considered a completion of the initial pass.
Well,
Maybe this is what the Mob City bench is trying to raise right now. I love the A on the neck. I've never seen that before. That is
That's
pretty
solid.
hardcore.
Well, she's wearing a sweater. Didn't want to put it on the arm. Got to put it somewhere. Might as well go with the neck tattoo A. Hey, thank you for joining us here live on Twitch. We're happy to have you with us today for the last day of this fantastic tournament. If you like what you're seeing, join us at the WFTDA Twitch feed for free games from the 2019 postseason right here on Twitch TV. You can get the full schedule at WFTDA.tv. And while you're there, you may say, yeah, that's great, but I don't want to just watch one free game a day. I want to watch all the games all the days, in which case get your season combo watch pass. Head to WFTDA.tv, click the watch pass link, enter the code WFTDA Roby Doby. That's Roby Doby with a B in each of those words. And you can then save 20%. That's like $18. Gets it down to $72. Looking at our chat on the Twitch channel, Mornington Crescent asks, what's the objective? Forget an ignorant Brit. Well, ignorant Brit, the objective is to get points.
Yes.
As with most games. The jammers are the skaters with the stars on their helmet. You can see Rio off on the side and number 10, Lightning, in the purple on the right side of the screen. They get through the pack the first time cleanly. They pass all the skaters. And then after that, they are able to score points for every blocker that they pass on the way through, as long as those blockers upright, in play, and or in the penalty box. Actually, I think you can be out of bounds and still get points for them, right? I forget. The jammer has to be upright and it has to be upright and in bounds unless they jump and land, and it's complicated. If you want rules, head over to WFTDA.com/new and you can download the Roller Derby cheat sheet.
Mob City is looking for that cut call to come back, the one that was called, then overturned, on the initial pass on a High Roller. We haven't got the signal yet, the gladiator up or down.
Yes.
The scoreboard is still
blinking.
flashing.
We'll see.
I do like the official review regardless. 15 minutes in, you've had a nice kind of feel-out period. Attack Pack had a nice jam 5-0. You get the ability, all 4 are out, so you're both starting 5. You get to reset and then start again with the half.
Moonshine Willie says, I forgot that you have to root for the team in purple. I'm not sure that's technically a rule of the game, because there may be people, perhaps Jing Jing 111, that are rooting for green and black. This was the third place game in the Open Division. These teams playing for the bronze medal, which will be awarded with the other medals following our championship game for the Open Division. That game's scheduled to start at 7 p.m. on this track.
Mob City captain now in the box between jams. I'm interested to hear what happened coming out of that official review for that to be the case.
Yeah, we will
and it
see.
looks like Mob City lost that review. Lightning now out for lead for Attack Pack.
Rio jamming for Mob City, held up at the back as the Attack Pack losing some blockers out of bounds. 2 in the box currently for Mob City, and now Olivia Glisson, the pivot for the attack pack heading to the box. 4 points up for Lightning. Rio bops to the infield, hops over as Sunny Days also off to the penalty box. So we'll just sort of swap who's got two in the box for between jams.
Bit of a penalty spiral
Yes.
happening right now for attack pack. It helps that their jammers are controlling lead, but that's not going to always be the case if you're constantly starting short. Right.
That is true. 2:06. Road Rage out to jam against Hater. Road Rage, one of the two age-out skaters for the attack pack. JRDA lets you play until you are 18. You have to be 17 before the season starts on September 1st.
Hater out for lead for Mob City.
Lead jam for Hater, as you mentioned, and Road Rage coming through about a quarter of a lap behind as the attack pack speeding up the pack. Hater grabs the point for Dizzy Izzy, collects the two that were in the penalty box.
Great
and
point
grabs.
protection. I got to point it out by Evil Apple there for attack pack. That's exactly what you want to see in that scenario. Take pride in your point. She made sure if they get the box points and they get the
They're
one in the
not
back,
getting me.
not getting
Yep.
hers. This game could be a 1-point game, so that's
We
what
have
you
seen several of that
always
this
wanna
weekend.
see.
123, the Purple Warrior jamming for the attack pack. 0-3 Porter with the star for Mob City. Porter on the slow start. Both teams one in the box, and Purple Warrior sneaks through first. Both blockers released at the same time practically. Purple Warrior coming up onto the pack. Takes a slight hit from Slaughtermelon. Bumped out, calls off the jam.
I am sure if I had a conversation with coaches or with Porter, that Porter learned the hard way how to be a taller, bigger physical jammer. Hard strides out of the pack to get back in quick, and then coast
Then you gotta
slow
slow
to
it
be
up.
in control.
Yes, indeed.
And that is something which takes years sometimes for jammers who are physical to learn, because you're going to get the back block penalties,
Right.
you're going to get the forearm, the high block, all those contact penalties. But the faster you are out of the pack, the less chance they have to reform when you're coming back in.
777 high roller for the attack pack is your lead jammer. Meanwhile, Rio swooping through and
Great
hopping
footwork.
around.
Oh, wow. I think the last one was for show.
Yeah, probably. He does like to jump. 4 points up for high roller. That stretches us out to 64-31. So a 33-point game, 12 minutes to go in the first period.
Empty penalty box. Both teams starting full here.
That's been rare this game.
Yes.
Lightning with the star for the attack pack. Hater jamming for Mob City. Hater rolling back to meet Lightning 10-ish feet behind the jam line. And forced out of bounds by Sunny Days. Sunny Days, another of the attack pack age-outs. Lightning just tiptoeing. I don't know how those feet stayed in bounds. Oh, because we had a no pass, no penalty. So not lead jammer.
Lead still
Lead
open
is
for Hater.
Still available as he did not pass all of the players legally. Hater is your lead jammer. And Coach Eva says, no, you just keep skating. Lightning is through with 4. Hater trying to catch up. He's finally in as the Mob City able to break off number 18, Monkey Mess.
Nice little shoulder juke out front there by Hater to try and collect those last points, but the blocker read it right. Didn't respond to the juke.
So a 4-3 jam, 68-34. And we'll see the Iron Rabbit back on the line for Mob City. First time in 5 or 6 jams against Road Rage, number 206.
Pack advantage here, 4-3 start for Mob City. We're up at the pivot line. Nice pinch on the out. Iron Rabbit now out front, one to beat.
Iron Rabbit is lead jammer, got the hips in front. However, Road Rage pops out. Iron Rabbit calls off the jam. Excellent work by Road Rage getting out and forcing that call off.
Yep. And good call off too by Mob City there. You set up again the pack advantage. Another 4th restart for them. That last one didn't go exactly as planned, right?
Right.
But because you get lead, you shut them out, you set up the next jam. Table setting is such an important thing, especially to stress to juniors because they get so in the moment. It's like, this was a bad jam. No, actually, maybe we lost in points, but we're starting with advantage. That's good. Table setting is always so important.
Porter goes airborne and lands it to grab lead jammer. Purple Warrior finding room on the inside as number 20 Scully still sitting in the penalty box. And Attack Pack, as Jacksonville was doing a great job of keeping the pace going forward, making a longer run for the jammer to catch up. Porter manages to grab 2 points, 36-68. It's a 32-point lead. Road Rage back out to jam against Rio.
I'm loving all the daps and high fives that are happening on the jam line. Lots of great camaraderie. 4th restart again for Mob City. Keep turning it into leads.
It was a super short jam.
Yeah.
So, because again, everybody going fast, and Rio forced out, rolled back by High Roller. Road Rage pushing towards the front. Rio jumps through, but Road Rage just ahead. Dizzy Izzy catches up to Rio, but cuts the track to get there. You can't go out of bounds and come in ahead of too many people. Whether you're a blocker or a jammer, doesn't matter. You still get a penalty. So the attempt, I do love to see a blocker jump the apex to get in front, but they got to land it in play.
Yes. Dizzy Izzy, phenomenal jammer last game.
Yes.
Huge fan. As a blocker, reminding me of another aged-up junior who now plays for Denver Roller Derby, Blackman. Relentless.
Yes.
I am so even more of a fan to play a game and then come back play another game and to play with the amount of urgency that she's playing with right now.
Hayter jamming against High Roller. Hayter pushing to the front is lead jammer, caught by Sunny Days but makes it past. So moving off. Meanwhile, High Roller jumps over, is clear, and not lead jammer, as that would be Hayter. Hayter trying to catch up again. The Attack Pack rushing forward. Destruction of the pack penalty called on Brute.
Those are the ones that hurt.
Yeah.
Again, Mob City is getting these leads and inching their way back in the game through the pack advantage. As a coach, you're just hoping and praying at the end of the jam, clean, clean, clean. I have like a washing body hand signal that I get where it's like, please just stay clean. Attack Pack pivot is standing. So this will be 3-3, but only for a very short period of time.
Official timeout called. We will have Porter jamming against Purple Warrior. And having a little coach and referee discussion. Not an official review, just a discussion that has ended up in an official timeout.
We got the reads up here for the postseason. How excited are you about this
I'm
one?
super excited about the International WFTDA playoffs in Seattle, Washington. As should everyone, and the playoffs in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And if you want to go to either of those playoffs, the WFTDA has a deal for you. Get a 4-pack of 3-day tickets to either of those locations, just $175. Saves you $85 off the regular price if you bought 4 of them individually. Get your tickets now. Best events in roller derby are at WFTDA.com/tickets. And if you're watching and you're a junior, there's a code for you as well. There's a separate code for juniors for each playoff, so head to WFTDA.com/tickets for that and more. Porter races up the outside, lead jammer. Purple Warrior forced to the infield. Has to recycle back. Bumped out, rolled back. Miss a Marakill on the run back, roll back. Now Porter forced to run back as well, and there's your friend Dizzy Izzy.
Yep.
Getting in everybody's way and then getting landed on by Porter, who trips up.
I imagine there's going to be a low block out of this.
No, I think he slipped before and then landed on Izzy. I don't think she caused the trip. And Porter kind of took a shoulder from one of the other skaters. Oh, Purple Warrior down and rolling off, but Porter with the high block on the slightly late call. Star pass off now. Dizzy Izzy with the star as the Purple Warrior.
4-3 pack advantage as well here for the Attack Pack.
Attack back set up in that split offense position, and Dizzy Izzy catches a shoulder from Brute. That's going to be another high block.
Nod there from Brute.
Yeah, Brute's like, I wasn't
coming.
aiming for that at all,
Yep.
but Dizzy kind of ducked down at the last minute.
Yep.
But you got to be careful, especially players of a similar height. I mean, the tall players getting high blocks for hitting shorter. That's one definite issue.
Great timed offense there by Sunny Days. Makes it an easier lap for Dizzy Izzy.
Porter out and stumbling, bumbling through the pack. Does collect the 4 points. And number 20 back to the penalty box. Dizzy Izzy
This jam's going 2 minutes.
with 2. Porter goes for the jump, and I believe that was number 123, Purple Warrior, getting in the way on that one. No pack called. Porter is through. Oh, but Porter picking up. No, wait, someone else picking up a penalty. All right. Porter disappeared from my line of sight, and I heard the whistle and thought he was going away again.
So many whistles. Only 2 seconds left in the jam. Gotta go.
Catches up to Dizzy Izzy, who had 4 points in the helmet cover. So a 12-8 jam, 83-47, 4:52 to go in this first period. Ari Cantrell with the star for the first time. Jamming against the Iron Rabbit. Both teams, 1 blocker in the penalty box.
Pivot line start. That drops back.
Oh, Ari Cantrell wide open lane on the inside. Beautiful job by the attack pack breaking that free.
Iron Rabbit out behind, though. Less than half track behind. And can set up pack advantage if she gets in here. Yep. Very good.
Jam called off 2 points for attack back, so just inching their way, expanding this lead just a little bit at a time. Now 85-47, 38 points if my math is correct.
We're going to need to start adding more jams
need more
to
lines.
the
I know, this
stat
jam-
sheet here.
This is the opposite of a Los Anarchists or Santa Cruz game
Yep.
where the jams go like a minute 45 seconds all the time. Fast pace, and in this case, relatively moderate scoring. Penalties being called, but not clear on who. So I think we thought that Road Rage was going out, but not. Rio also not going to the penalty box. He bounces around and grabs lead jammer.
Great jukes.
Oh, Rio.
Great jukes by Rio.
Yes. 4-on-2 pack right now for the attack pack. Rio hopping and
Whoa.
just on the line.
That was right in front of me. I have no idea how that was humanly
That
possible.
was like a slack line maneuver almost. Only maybe not because that'd be too slack. You couldn't jump off of it. But some crazy footwork by Rio, now taking Mob City to 51.
Road Rage is out of the pack on his initial.
Mob City with a sweep to the outside. Frees Rio for 4 more. Calls off the jam. An 8-0 run now to a 30-point game, 85-55. 2.5 minutes to go in the first period.
We may get an OTO. Yeah, we're getting an OTO.
The officials do love them some timeouts. Misanthrope, we're glad that you love Mob City. I'm not sure if I'm sorry or not that you hate everything else, but there you go. It's a great comment. Road Rage, Moonshine Willie 3, nominating as the greatest of all time.
I would say there's a comment on there. Is Purple Warrior okay? She seems off this weekend. Purple Warrior, a lot of these skaters are playing a lot of games.
She is.
So
that is
sometimes
true.
it's about the game you're tuning in to watch. So I called 2 of Purple Warrior's earlier games on the female division side.
Mhm.
Had great games or had great halves in those games.
She
you're,
did. She-
you're on Sunday. You're on like game 6, right?
Yep,
So,
and played a rough game just before this.
Yep.
Had a little bit of an injury. I saw her icing her ankle, I believe, on the sidelines for a while, and she did sit out a number of jams at the end of that. So glad that she's back.
Greatest thing though is it's period 1, 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. Doesn't matter who you are in this game, you still have lots of time to enforce your will on this game and finish your season
That is
strong,
true.
right? So both of these teams, they're playing for a medal. They are playing to leave here, I believe, a better seed than they came in. Yeah, this is 4 and 6.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly. 4 and 6. Mob City will leave a better position either way.
Mm-hmm.
Attack Pack could come out even or could bump up. Right now they're leading. So,
Yep.
All right, head ref ATG having a chat with the coaches.
Mob City bench signaling a power jam.
Aha. Yes, indeed. I do see Road Rage in the box. Didn't see a signal of what the call was, but now, not surprisingly, an official review called.
This is one of
I'm
those
sure by Attack Pack saying, I would like to review that call that sent my jammer to the penalty box.
those interesting scenarios as a coach. You get a little frustrated because if it was influenced by the other bench and they've lost a review, you feel like, well, they didn't have a review. But the officials themselves, we saw it right in front of us.
Yes, they were
initiated
talking
this
ahead of
discussion.
time.
And you never want to, because this is a thing that happens, you never want to try to review the findings of a review,
Right.
or you will get a penalty against your captain, because
There
you
you-
cannot do that.
Aha.
But because it wasn't an
wasn't
official
an
review to
official
send
review.
them,
It
you
was
can
just
do
a-
it.
Just a discussion.
And realistically, 2 minutes, 27 seconds left in the half. You don't use it, you lose it. Usually, the refs aren't going to come and discuss again
Right.
unless you have some
Some
kind
new
of
evidence, right?
interpretation or language which
Mm-hmm.
you feel needs to enter the discussion. But it does set them up. Even if it is a lost review, you can now talk to the 4 blockers around the track.
Right.
Make sure they've got a plan hammered out. Everyone's on the same page.
And it will be a 4-on-4 jam.
And a little bit of a break for Road Rage, too, because that was
Exactly.
a little bit of a longer jam.
We got Hader set to jam, number 24. Road Rage currently in the penalty box. We will see. And that was a very quick discussion. They will not retain their review, so the penalty will stand.
Thumbs down.
Thank you, Harley Quinn Davidson, our alt ref, for saying that. Now we got an official timeout because we had one and then we had an official review. Now we need another official timeout. This is a way of Derby's way of saying, don't even try to stay on the schedule.
Game flow. Wait till
Game
you see
flow.
me at the NA East Cup. Game flow.
Speaking of that NA East Cup, you must be pretty excited about that. The
I'm
Continental
very
Cup
excited.
North America East coming up August 23rd through 25th in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Our West Continental North America Cup is August 9th through 11th in Orem, Utah, hosted by the Happy Valley Derby Darlings, Dutchland Derby Rollers.
2 weekends.
Yeah,
It's
2
so
weekends
close.
for that.
It feels like the postseason is like.
And it's
a
not.
lot-
It's
but no, the summer's
just
flying
around
by.
the corner. And then our European Continental Cup, October 5th and 6th in Helsinki, Finland, hosted by Kallio Rolling Rainbow. All of those available if you buy the Watch Pass. Combo Pass, save 20%, use WFTDA. Roby-Doby as the code at WFTDA.tv. But now back to the roller derby action with Hader on the power start. And Hader grabbing lead jammer.
Forearm going to high roller as the pivot for the attack pack.
Meanwhile, number 20 for the attack pack, that's Scully, was bumped out of bounds and kind of caught at the back. That's keeping attack pack from running the pack too much.
Loving these jukes from Hader and Rio. A little bit exaggerated, but because they're coasting before they accelerate, it's hard to find their contact point. They're changing their levels, and they're drifting and changing their laterals.
Yes, 4 more points for Hader, and out of the pack or out of the penalty box and finally through Road Rage. Now Jacksonville putting on the gas, speeding it up. No pack is called. With the new rules, the group in the back has to chase. They do group up as the pivot is back in play. Hader stepped out, calls off the jam while working his way back out of bounds. 2 points up. And our attack back head coach coming up to say, hey, wait. 63-87.
There's a discussion. Let's see. Is
There
there
will
more
be a
points
discussion.
coming? Jam ref hasn't signaled. 2 more coming. 10-point jam for Mob City.
And 2 points for the attack pack, so they are at 87.
Porter on the-
65, 22-point jam.
Porter on the
Or
jam line
game,
here
rather.
against Lightning. Lightning, 4-2 pack advantage for attack pack. Quick lead.
yeah.
5-second lead for Lightning there.
4-2 pack advantage often does make it a little easier to get
Yep.
through, doesn't it? You can get your blockers to just close everything off. Porter trying to jump the corner. Ends up out of bounds and rolls back. Lightning also trying to jump the corner. And lands. Picks up 4 points. Porter forced out of bounds and picking up a penalty on the way. No, he's being waved back out. He's like, that wasn't on me, was it? No, it was not. It was on Dizzy Izzy. This time, Porter finally completes the initial pass. 8 points so far for Lightning in the attack back. Spins around one more time. Miss America trying to run him back, but bumped out of bounds. Saw a no pass, no penalty. Three points on that pass. And that takes us to halftime.
Another little bit of a late call there from Lightning. However, I will say I want to jam like Lightning when I get older.
Don't we all?
Or skate. I don't know if I'll ever play, but I want to skate like Lightning when I get older.
All right, so 4 more points coming in for Mob City late in the jam. We have a halftime score 98-69. We will take about a 10-minute break. I'm guessing that clock will adjust. We'll see. And we will be back with the second half with some stats for penalties. And we will tell you all about that. You are watching the 2019 JRDA Championships brought to you by the WFTDA on twitch.tv. I'm Scott Chicken.
I'm Thunder Dill.
And we'll be back in 10-ish minutes. Attack Pack against Mob City. Attack Pack leading 98-69 at the half. I'm Scott Chicken.
I'm Thunder Dill.
It's been a back and forth, but very good first half. And I say back and forth even though the score is pretty much after one little wasn't even a bit. Attack Pack has led the whole way, but it's felt like Mob City is just on the edge of clawing back as they've done all weekend long.
The story is the penalty stats that you grabbed.
That it is.
26 for Attack Pack, 23 for Mob City. Mob City is playing a smart game, trying to maximize pack advantage and turn those leads into points. And when they've been successful, just 3 penalties. Just that little, it seems like a small difference.
Yeah.
That's been a lot of the scoring trips
exactly
for Mob City in this game.
And looking at the penalty counts by skater, Ari Cantrell has 4, as does Scully and Sunny Days for the Attack Pack. They've also got, let's see, who we got, Dizzy Izzy and Olivia Glisson, each with 3 on the Mob City side. 1 with 4, that would be Raven Fritsch, number 309. Afro Jamurai sitting on 3, as is Miss Amerikill and Porter. But nobody immediately in danger of fouling out. It's not like, I think when I called your game, first thing this morning, you guys had someone with 6 after the first half, and the Rocky Mountain had one with 5. So
I was praying, but it did not help.
Clear.
The foul out still came.
Yes, they did, and we will see how it goes with this game as our second half about to get underway. Attack Pack with a strong final jam, 11 points to 4 at the end of that jam. We will start with a 3-on-3 pack. 777 High Roller jamming against number 24 Hater. Mob City in green, the Attack Pack in purple,
great.
even though it looks blue and it looks black on the screen.
Great move by Hater to stress the seam and then immediately set up the move to the out. Because he juked in, made that tripod suck to give him the space on the outside.
Afro Jammer trying to hip check High Roller out, but not able to close the deal. So Hater now 2 to beat. Glisson as the back of the line. Gets the hips, calls off the jam. There is 4 points. 98-73 now. As we're down to a 25-point game. Rio, number 35, out to jam against Purple Warrior. Number 1, 2, 3 for the Attack Pack.
Penalty box is empty to start this jam. If I'm Mob City halftime, I say let's hold them under 100 as long as we possibly can.
That's always a good goal, really. But certainly in this case, because the longer they hold them under 100, the longer they have to catch back up.
Mm-hmm.
Purple Warrior looking to the outside. A hip check from the Afro Jamurai, but Purple Warrior is out and grabs lead. Rio also clear.
Both teams losing a blocker to the penalty box.
We've got Brute for Mob City and didn't catch the number of the blocker.
Call off comment time. Green Jam Ref consulting with the OPR.
We do have 4 up for Attack Pack. So just as you'd said, they should keep them under 100. Well, that didn't happen on that jam, did it?
Hey, you made 2 jams. Better than the first jam. Now
that is very true.
Jam Ref first consulting with Podunk. Then consulting with a ref has no name, Leah Davidson. 2 points awarded for Mob City.
2:06 Road Rage jamming against the Iron Rabbit. Iron Rabbit is through. Lead jammer Mob City. But Road Rage leaning into the turns and giving chase as the pack racing forward. Fritsch trying to snap off a blocker to catch at the back, but Sunny Day says, yeah, I had a break between my game with Foco, and now I'm perfectly ready to go.
Was a call off in time. Again, jam refs. I love this. If you're not sure, consult. And
Yes.
these are great officials, so they're going to make sure they're going to get it right, or they're going to consult with as many people as they can, right?
Exactly. 0-3 Porter.
Podunk and
And
Nacho consult. 2 points.
2 points.
Go up for attack pack.
Takes them to 104. Mob City 75, 29-point game.
Pack advantage start here for Mob City and Porter. Short-lived, but it's enough to get the lead here for Porter. Mob City does lose a blocker to the penalty box. Half-track lead here for Porter.
Slaughtermelon picking up her first penalty of the game. Broke this jammer free, so that might not be a bad move. Afro Jammerai peels off Scully at the back. And 1 point up for Porter.
I don't know if you can hear it on the live stream. Porter always matches the call with a calling it.
Yes. There's a lot of juniors that just decide they need to scream as much as possible anyway, but certainly to alert the refs.
Yep. Leave no doubt.
Yes.
Purple Warrior on the jam line here for attack pack up against 2-4 Hater for Mob City. 4-3 pack advantage here for the attack pack.
Those three at the back, and Purple Warrior running right into them. As Slaughtermelon still sitting in the penalty box for Mob City. Hater rolls out of bounds and back around. Now some offense coming from Raven Fritsch, but Purple Warrior is clear. Lead jammer attack back. Forearm penalty sending High Roller to the box. Hater up against Sunny Days. Swings through and coming up late. This number, they can catch who that was. That was Dizzy Izzy, I believe, that swung up.
Yeah, this is turning into a power jam here for Hater. Mob City Purple Warrior going to the penalty box. This jam's going to go 2 minutes. Hands on knees for Hater. You hope that that's just faking out, pretending that you're
gassed.
That you're
Yes.
gassed.
Hater spins past Dizzy Izzy. Sunny Days giving a shot, and just the ability to continue waterfalling and pull the pack forward. As 777 High Roller.
Great transitions by Hater, but because every single time he's opening up, he's transitioning to the out, it's leaving more space for that cycle to come up. So he's got to work that inside transition, side surf with leading with the left foot as well. Shorten the track for himself.
Yes, Miss Amerikill rolling forward to provide some offense. Hater breaks out with 4 more. That's 8 on the jam. As Purple Warrior for the attack pack is out. We got 25 seconds of jam left.
Mob City saying, we can cycle too.
Yeah.
We know how to cycle fast.
We can move forward. Miss Amerikill coming back on the run back, but High Roller says, no, you don't.
Great awareness. Great awareness by High Roller.
Amerikill now turning to offense, trying to break Hater free. As Purple Warrior forced out and rolls back, is content to just wait as the jam was ticking down anyway. No need to engage and maybe get another penalty. Purple Warrior did have 4. Hater picks up 1 more, 9-4. 85-108. Ari Cantrell back out to jam for the attack pack.
Empty penalty box for both these teams. Pivot line start. Juniors love.
They do
pivot
love
line
it, and
starts.
the jammers love the run up. You see jammers that just go way back behind the line if everybody's at the jammer line. Like, I'm going to take my run up regardless.
Mob City offense stays front, and it allows the attack pack to get ahead and get out of the turn. They're now in the straight about. Iron Rabbit is through for lead.
Iron Rabbit now 2 for 2 with lead in this half. Oh, Afro Jammerai coming through and taking Forearm penalty called on Nayslayer, and 4 points up for the Iron Rabbit. I heard a high block called, but I'm not sure who it was. So, might be one of the two blockers that are in the penalty box. Might have been someone else.
Oh, that was like a sleigh ride.
It was the Brutiful sleigh ride, but Ari Cantrell still held up as 8 points on the board now for the Iron Rabbit. Rabbit ducks under number 71, Sunny Days, as Brute heads to the penalty box.
A directional penalty, just got a little bit over eager.
Now we got one blocker on the track right now for Mob City.
What a jam for Iron Rabbit.
Iron Rabbit again with 4 more. 16 up, and a bus driver, I believe, being waved off.
Oh, another Mob City blocker going to the box. If she can get in front and jam defense here.
A little hip contact, Ari Cantrell saying, I may be the jammer, but I can still block. Nayslayer forces Cantrell out of bounds. Iron Rabbit grinding away.
Oh. Nayslayer with a pack destruction again. Overeager, only one blocker on the track. You get the exit hit, you feel great.
You got to stay up.
You can only skate 9 feet.
And Afro Jamurai taking Ari Cantrell down. Direction of play penalty called. Jam comes to a close. 4 more up for the Iron Rabbit.
Look at this,
a
Scott.
20-point jam, I believe.
I think he's only holding up one right now.
Oh, it's only one. I was looking at the wrong jammer. My apologies. That's 4 for the other side. 17 for the Iron. That explains why it wasn't going up by 4 more.
Look at this. We got a 10-point game.
Yes, still 17 is certainly the highest jam of the game for Mob City. I know that Tac Pack had a 20, what was that, 22? Somewhere in there. 18, actually, I think, as well. So, not a lot of big jams is where I'm trying to go with that. I just was not getting the words out.
No, but still a lot of speed.
Yes, that was a wild and frantic jam with a lot of people getting penalties. I completely lost track, so someone may foul out, and I will have no idea because I could not keep up with the writing and the talking.
Official timeout here. 21 minutes, 27 seconds left.
All right, Queen of the Clutter asking am I seeing things where there are a couple of players who just played for Seattle in this game? Yes, that is true, and yes, it is allowed. These are different divisions. The JRDA has 3 divisions, all male, all female, and open, and a skater can play on charters in any of those divisions. So if there was an all-male team in the Jacksonville area and Road Rage wanted to play on that, he could play on that, could also play on the open attack pack. Similarly, the skaters for Jacksonville Duval and Seattle Derby Brats are crossing over, and actually FOCO, there's a FOCO skater or two that play on the attack pack. So they're on separate charters and separate divisions, and that's all good. And yes, Queen of the Clutter, for the World Cup for JRDA, they are limiting skaters to 1 charter because this year, in past years, the World Cup for JRDA has only had an open division, and this year they're introducing a female division as well. But those skaters will be limited, the idea being to give more players the opportunity to go to the tournament. So we're seeing, what are we seeing over there?
We got an official timeout first. Officials discuss. No official review from Attack Pack. However, they come out of the official timeout. Iron Rabbit now starting in the penalty box. Mob City decides to use their official review. You would have to assume to try and remove their jammer. I don't like this call.
I was just going to ask, how do you feel about this?
21 minutes. I'm going to give you my opinion.
Yes, you will. Well, that's why you're on the internet, because it's all about opinion.
21 minutes left in this game. They already had the discussion. If you don't, this has got to be like a 99%
certainty that they're going to get the
that
call.
You feel you're going to get, because this is a very, very tight game. And I said this in the last game with Pops. We were trying to come up with an idea of how to explain what an official review is like as opposed to a timeout. And it's like the left Bauer and Euchre. It is like the best.
Wow. I'm amazed anyone knows about Euchre.
Slam down, right?
All right.
So
I will take your word for that.
You don't want to, this is like playing your ace and making your partner play the left Bauer here if they don't win this.
All right.
You need that official review.
If they do win it, they will retain it and have it to use later. Meanwhile, Mob City does have all 3 timeouts. Attack Pack also all 3 timeouts. and their official review for the period. They used one last period, but you get a new official review each period.
Yeah. And if you win, you retain. Maximum 4.
Yes.
I have never won 4. It has happened, though.
It has indeed. You've not yet gone the full muffin, as they say.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, that's a thing.
Who came up
Pour
with
one
that?
out for Coach Marone.
Extended
All right.
discussion here, but Harley Quinn Davidson is coming.
Says do not retain, I heard,
Yeah.
so Mob City will not get whatever they were asking for, which I'm assuming was the Iron Rabbit out of the penalty
Yeah.
box. So, Mob City down 2 blockers, 1 jammer. Olivia Glisson just reclined in the penalty box. You can't see it from this camera angle, but about as slouched as you can get in one of these chairs.
Power
so
start.
obviously relaxed. Glisson had some back spasms, I believe, during the last game, so maybe sort of a stretching position as well.
Power start here for Road Rage. 3-2 pack advantage for attack pack. Lead designated within 5 seconds.
And out and through. Meanwhile, out of the penalty box, Tay Bus Driver back in play with the Mob City Misfits, bringing them to 3 in the pack and slowing Road Rage down slightly. Iron Rabbit now standing in the penalty box, as is Glisson. 4 points up for Road Rage. Takes the attack back to 116, stretching that lead out to 12 points now. Road Rage, smooth run around the outside. Helps when you have that offense there to swing everybody out, and then they quickly jumping back to get in the Iron Rabbit's way. And Rabbit almost clear, but forced out. Dizzy Izzy with the check to the outside.
Road Rage again, almost untouched on that outside line. Already 12 points in this jam.
Road Rage sort of making a statement, I think, here after
Yes.
Iron Rabbit had those points. Number 23, Afro Jamurai now with the star for Mob City.
Road Rage juked in there, made the blockers bite on the seam, and then transitioned out into a toe stop out and around the outside. That's so hard to track when he's doing that with so much speed.
And there's 4 more for Road Rage. Afro Jamurai taking the Jammers offense option, or off a defense option, rather. Throwing a hit, but not connecting completely.
Mob City A with the hands on the head. I have been there. I was there earlier today.
Iron Rabbit picks up a penalty on the double doink, and Road Rage is through for 4 points. That is a 20-point jam. Let's make it 24 for Road Rage, as the comeback cushion that the Iron Rabbit had gained for Mob City in that last jam evaporates in this one. A 24-0 run, now 136-102.
Road Rage opened up the pit. Over 20 points. Great jam.
All right, Lightning out for this next jam against Porter, number 03. We're down to 19 minutes to go in the game. Bronze medal on the line. Both teams looking to advance based on their seed. Porter pushes through and lead jammer. But Lightning also through. Porter throws a shoulder. Lightning absorbs. Does slow down a bit, but Lightning's so quick. Porter jumps over, lands the foot, starts to go out, calls off the jam. 3 points up for Lightning.
Jam ref talking with
Jam ref
inside
consulting.
pack ref. 3 points for Mob City.
Yes, a 3-3 tie jam, 139-105. Hayter now out to jam against High Roller. This is High Roller's second jam of the half.
3-3 start here. Iron Rabbit is standing in the box, though, for Mob City. Lead designated to High Roller, but then removed, I believe, with a forearm call.
penalty. Hayter trying to jump up the inside, but forced out of bounds, has to roll back.
Attack pack losing another blocker to the box. So they got 2 in the box,
Sorry.
plus their jammer right now. So the momentum swing, take it right back. If you're Mob City, we'll ride the roller coaster right now.
Hayter is through, not indicated as lead jammer, however, and Brute heading to the penalty box. So I'm not sure if lead had been designated and then the penalty called.
We'll see if that gets communicated between the Jam refs as they move around to that turn. If not, it's going to be 2 minutes.
Yep. As Hayter rolls through, 4 points up.
Offensive pinch coming from the out there, enough to free up High Roller.
And Iron Rabbit there to meet it, but does not get enough of a run back. Now coming up for one more shot, and that completes the initial. So Hayter rolling through for 4 more. Oh, but a forearm called. Hayter heading to the penalty box. So now Power Jam and 4 points up for High Roller. 3-on-4 in the pack. As Mob City with 3 to the back and leaving Brutiful up at the front as the last line of defense, but High Roller able to slide past for 4.
High Roller able to high step on the lines there with the toe stops. Blockers keep trying to close the line low with the leg. If that jammer can high step over top the leg, completely negates their attempt at a block. Hayter back on the track now for Mob City. Is scoring.
And is through quickly. So that evens up the jam, I believe. We'll wait for the points to come up. I see one more going up.
13-point jam for tap on that one.
So 13 for the attack back. Takes them to 152. And a 4 and a 4. I'm seeing 8 on the board for Mob City. And I think as they're explaining, there was the forearm penalty that sent Hayter to the penalty box was at the start of that pass that the second 4 points was awarded for.
Yep.
And therefore the 4 that he got coming out of the penalty box just stays on the board. So we don't have to pull 4 off and put 4 more on, but we also don't end up with 12. So 13-8, Jam 152, 113, 15:43 to go in our game. And Mob City has taken their first team timeout. Let's mention International WFTDA Championships going on November 15th through 17th in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Are you going to make the drive up? You going to go to champs this year?
We've done so much derby traveling. We'll see. We'll see closer to the date.
All right. Well, you should get your ticket early because there's only 3,000 of them available for the 2019 championships. You can get them at WFTDA.com/tickets. You can also get tickets to the playoffs there as well. And possibly cups. If not, they'll direct you from there if you want to go to the North America Cup East or West.
All right, Road Rage taking the line for tap.
Empty penalty box to start this jam. Rio going up against Road Rage.
Rio held at the back. Road Rage looking to the outside as a swirling defense from Mob City. And Slaughtermelon heading to the penalty box. Road Rage is your lead jammer.
Road Rage with your lead jam.
As Rio struggling jumps over the hips of number 20 Scully. Rio, I don't know if he goes to like roller events and plays in the high jump. You ever seen that? The freestyle rollerblade guys?
Yep.
Man, some of Rio's moves very reminiscent of that. Just the ability to get up and keep the legs out of the way, get around or over.
This is a big run here by the attack pack. Last 4 jams. This was a 10-point game. 4 jams ago.
It is no longer a 10-point game.
Mob City's got to find a way to get out of the box and stay out of the box here. 2 in to start. 4-2 pack advantage for the attack pack. We've got Porter on the line up against Lightning.
And Porter forced out of bounds. Lightning is through, lead jammer. Yeah, we were talking in the first half about the higher penalty count for the attack pack, but not by much. It feels like the second half, more
swinging.
penalties
Yeah.
going to Mob City, including this back block to Porter. So power jam now for the attack pack's Lightning, and there is a quick 4 points.
How do you block that?
I just don't even know.
How do you block that?
Speaking of Gumby, have you met Lightning? Fast and ridiculously jukey. So Lightning through for a second pass, scoring pass, 4 more. Porter is now standing in the penalty box. Lightning slowed a bit on this jam, but offense coming up to help. Porter doing some fancy spin work of his own. Lightning is through with 4, 12 total on the jam. Porter forced out of bounds and rolls back.
High roller with a really nice plug out front to allow that drawback to happen.
And High Roller calls off the jam. 2 more points up. Takes us to 14 for the attack back, 170 overall, and 113 remains the score for Mob City with 13-15 to go in the game. Mob City, the hole getting deeper
Yep.
that they will need to climb their way out of. Hayter set to make the attempt to start that climb against Purple Warrior.
If we've got Mob City fans on the broadcast, this team entered as a 6th seed, so they're playing
That
with
they
house
did.
money right now. And you're extremely proud of the effort that they've put out. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Hayter, no pass, no penalty, not lead jammer.
He signaled it as he entered himself.
Yes. Nah, because they were jumping up and down calling for the cut. He's like, no, you went out of bounds. So Purple Warrior grabs lead, calls it off quickly. A 0-0 jam. Our first 0-0 jam since some point in the first half. 71-13. Yes, Mob City coming in as the number 6 seed and I believe ranked 9th perhaps. Has felt that the last couple of tournaments they've come in lower ranked than they felt they deserved. And they have pushed further. They got the bronze last season at championships in 2018 and making a run for it this year. However, attack pack with that sizable, 57-point lead.
Yeah.
And now lead jammer for High Roller.
One in the box here from Mob City. So the 4-3 pack advantage and the lead for High Roller. Oh,
Rio.
great cut in.
Yes, High Roller again through 4. Rio trying to juke around the outside, but knocked to the outside one more time.
That's why you work on 1-foot seat cuts and 1-foot hockey stops. High Roller just did right there.
High Roller
Running
again.
out of the apex.
Work on the line. Beautifully through for 4 more points.
If there was a Derby bingo card for jammer footwork, we would have gotten bingo already in this game between these two teams.
Rio finally clears. High Roller knocked to the infield. It's like, I'll just wait till you're close and then we'll call it off. 1 point more for High Roller takes us to 179-113. The attack pack not letting up on the pressure at all. 24 Hayter up against 206 Road Rage.
4-2 pack advantage for Mob City. You got to feel like you're still in this game because you have closed a gap before, but it has to start right now. The momentum has to swing. They have to get a lead out of this.
Road Rage sitting on, I believe, 30 points this half.
They do. No, they don't.
No, Rio almost clear, or Hayter rather, almost clear, but not quite enough as the attack back.
Dizzy Izzy strikes again.
Yes. Just great track awareness, and Road Rage slices through the middle of the pack. Calls off the jam. Practically coming out of nowhere to cut in that middle guard. Grabs the 4. Calls it off, 183-113. Now a 70-point lead with 10 minutes and change remaining. Iron Rabbit back out to jam. Up against number 10, Lightning.
4-3 starting here for Mob City. No formation there. Almost like a flat 4, a fanned out flat 4. They're really trying to counter the lateral mobility and close as much lateral space against Lightning as possible. They're not really a jammer that's going to hit seams extremely hard, but is a jammer that's going to drift really fast and accelerate.
Iron Rabbit.
Oh, great
Bumped
defensive
out.
jamming, but she's got to go. There we go. I love it.
And Lightning's just content to stand because Lightning has the clock in his favor. It has no reason
Yeah.
to chase.
Yeah.
Just like, I'll make you waste some energy going back there because you're going to have to come back to me. I can sit here for the next 2 minutes and still be in the lead.
Bench wanted her to go too because you have the pack advantage right now. It's only going to get harder once that 4th blocker's release the
Yes.
attack pack.
And speaking of blockers, off goes Afro Jammeride, joined by number 120, Evil Apple. And no initial pass completed for Mob City. 4 points up for the attack pack, 187 to 113. Attack pack have now held Mob City scoreless for 6 straight jams, while adding on a lot of points.
Yep.
Rio set to jam against the Purple Warrior.
I love the shirts on this Mob City team. You get the team logo and family.
Yes.
They have kept a really solid bench. Even though this is a huge run by Attack Pack, you're still hearing the jam line, let's go Rio, let's go Rio.
They are
People are
supportive.
engaged.
And now Power Jam for Rio is cut track called on Purple Warrior. Rio is through lead jammer. First lead jammer for Mob City since jam number 8. Do the math, that's 8 jams. And a significant number of points going to the attack pack during those jams. Rio, high roller to beat, gets around on the outside, and a nice job of stopping the run forward by of Evil Apple by Afro Jamurai. Rio now to the outside, barely able to get around Solar Flare, but
No
takes
pass,
a
no
hit.
penalty. Yep, does get out around and through. This one-on-one matchup, we keep getting out front of the pack in this jam with High Roller and Rio. Purple Warrior back on the track from the penalty box.
And back on lockdown as Rio takes a shoulder from Dizzy Izzy. That'll be a direction to play penalty. And Izzy knew it, like laid the boom, said, I'm just going to head straight to the box, thank you.
Another 4 points here for Rio.
Yep, Rio getting 3 on that last pass through the box, so only 11 rather than 12.
And High Roller going to the box, only 2 on the track. Get this, quick call, set up the next jam. Yep, good. This is the kind of momentum swing that you want if you're Mob City. It is soul crushing to give up 8 jams in a row,
Yes.
but there's still time on the clock. You play to the last whistle.
That there is, 187 to 128 now. And Porter out to jam against Road Rage.
Order for Mob City, no against Road Rage for tap. Tap down 2 blockers at the start of the jam.
Road Rage, one of the 2 skaters for the attack back that is aging out. So in his last game as a junior, they did not say if he's playing for any other teams. Porter not aging out. The age outs for the Mob City Misfits are your blockers Slaughtermelon, number 95, and M. Chicken, number 911. They will both be attending Western Washington University next fall and will be roommates.
And
Keeping
they were
the team
roommates.
family together.
Nice.
I don't believe either of them planning on skating while they're in college, at least not next year. I know young Miss Chicken taking at least 1 year off, possibly more. Got to get that first year of college. I know a couple of skaters who aged out of Seattle Derby grads, went to college, tried to skate, and went, I can't manage this, both the schedule and WFTDA, where it's no longer your parents doing all the work. You have to actually volunteer your time and help run the league.
Yep.
Makes life a little tough.
Really good move there by the attack pack bench. You have the lead. You want the clock to run down. The clock is the only thing that Mob City has in this game. So you run the jam clock up to 28 seconds before calling the timeout. Kill just that little bit of clock, but still get the breather.
Porter called on the high block, not what they were looking for at all. Lead jammer going to Road Rage. And I'm not sure exactly which, that might be 5 for Porter, because I think he had 1 earlier in this half. So getting close to the foul out point, 7 penalties, and the skater gets to remove their gear and go be a fan with the designated team parent.
Nice side surf by Road Rage to get out of the out there. Already 8 points on this jam.
And just these attack back jammers have been impressed all weekend long by how fast and how controlled they are. Like, you will get a lot of skaters who are super fast, but they can't keep it under control.
The speed is what is the difference in the margin in this game. The attack pack has so much speed in that jammer rotation.
And a hip check forces Porter out of bounds, so 4 points up. taking us to 16 on the jam for the attack back. Attack back now over the double century mark, 203 to 128. Porter finally clears, completes the initial, and swooping through Road Rage. Tape Buster or Miss America trying to get to the front, but stopped by excellent offensive blocking. So we're now at 20 on the jam. Porter on the scoring pass.
Attack back deciding to just run these jams long because, again,
Yep.
the clock is the only thing that Mob City has. You have lead, you're in control, you're more than happy to trade points.
4 points up as Road Rage a little slow to get up, but gets 4 more points. 24 on the jam, 211 to 132.
That's another Marge Simpson. Let's open this pit up gift for Road Rage. And that one looked effortless.
Yeah.
And
that
I
was-
haven't seen a lot of 20-point jams this weekend, so great job. And then he turns to the crowd as he skates off with a, "Are you not entertained?"
I'm certainly entertained. I've been entertained
Yeah.
all weekend.
By Road Rage.
Lightning up next for
Against Hater.
the attack back. Hater threw quickly on the inside. Lead jammer Mob City. Lightning is clear. Hater looking on the outside as one blocker from each team in the penalty box. Hater calls off the jam. Hater collecting 2 points and holding the attack back scoreless. So 211 to 134. We're down to 3:40 to go in the game. Bronze medal getting closer and closer to the attack pack. So some of your attack pack skaters that are also on Jacksonville Duval going to get double bronze for this tournament.
Looks like a high roller leaving, potentially fouling out of this game.
It's a 101 Ari Cantrell certainly rolling off, and High Roller as well. So that's certainly possible. High Roller
Yeah.
came in with 4 at the half, as did Ari. So only 3 to give.
Timeout called by Mob City.
Mob City calling a timeout. So coming up next on this track, our championship game for the female bracket. Earlier we saw Jacksonville Duval take the bronze medal game against Seattle Derby Brats Galaxy Girls. Up next here will be Santa Cruz Derby Gromshells versus Los Anarchists for the female division title. And after that, scheduled time, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. We'll see if that goes on time. We're actually not too far off. Will be the Diamond City Miners game against Philly. DCM, like similar to the attack pack, has a lot of skaters that also skate for female teams. In this case, for Los Anarchists. So Diamond City going to have some back-to-back blocking skaters and others.
3-point game last year, a semifinal, Los Anarchists and
Yeah.
Santa Cruz. And
Yes.
you know that's the motivation.
They are pushing for that, and
Yes.
Santa Cruz pushing to keep their crown as they won the championship last year for the first time. 10 Lightning, boom, through.
Jammers who are watching this weekend, when you watch Lightning Jam, watch how he sets up his move. So he'll go to the out to force the wall, knowing that he's cutting in. It's not always about just what you're doing in the first move. It's A and then B.
And also watch how high Rio jumps, because he
Yeah.
just jumped over everybody to get those 4 points.
Not everyone is going to
Back
be
only
an amazing
2.
freak athlete.
That
but
is
you
true.
can be a smart jammer who sets your move up all
I
the
will
time.
give you that. Rio with some significant hang time on that jump and did land it inbounds. All right, Bach out to jam for the first time for Mob City Misfits. First time in this game, and 206 Road Rage. Bumped out and recycled by the Iron Rabbit, but the Iron Rabbit picking up a penalty. So that takes the pivot off the board for Mob City. Bach pushing at the back as Mob City now moving into offense mode. Road Rage clear with lead jammer, and no points awarded yet. Bach forced out of bounds.
Purple Warrior. Great blocking by Purple Warrior here.
Forearm called, however, on Purple Warrior. There's your 4 up for the attack back and Road Rage. Oh, forearm penalty called on Bach as well. We're down to under 2 minutes, but we got 1:17 in the jam, so we will get one more at least. Iron Rabbit is back out of the penalty box.
Road Rage has to be close to 100 points scored in this game so far.
For the days when we might have had Ringster and we could tell you that.
Yeah.
But alas, pour one out for Ringster while you're pouring one out for the Jammer lap point.
Do you know what we actually haven't got on the Jammer specific footwork, all the other stuff, bingo card? We have not got the one hand out today, I don't believe.
No, I have not seen that. There were a couple of those the other day with the one hand down and people running back and thinking they'd got it and then stand back up and go. That was a beautiful maneuver.
I'm hoping it's like a positive jinx if we see it right now. 'Cause I know Road Rage can do it. That's body mass in the foot.
Yes, Bach back in play. Road Rage with 12 points so far, forced out of bounds. Now juking to the outside and keeps it up, but runs into the Iron Rabbit. Iron Rabbit not able to stop him. Too much swirly jukey. Multiplayer block called on Purple Warrior. That would be her second in the jam.
Oh, wow. Road Rage, if you can see it on the broadcast, these big feet. So all the moves that he's setting up, he's got these big platforms to put back down when he's coming back down onto his feet. That helps with speed. If you're a jammer and you have small feet, it's hard to transition to edge work, toe stop, back down to skates. But for him, he gets those big feet down, and I would imagine he's probably got, like most of these jammers, real high arch. So he's got lots of flex to get up high up in the air.
All right, 16 seconds to go in the game, and a timeout called by the Attack Pack. Attack Pack leading 233 to 138. I see that Mob City has their two senior graduating skaters out.
Nice.
Let's see what we get for the Attack Pack.
After our game this morning, we had 7 skaters age out. We had like a 45-minute debrief that was supposed to be like a 10-minute one.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of hugging and a lot of crying.
Excellent. So your age outs for the Attack Pack will be Road Rage and Sunny Days.
Sunny Days and Izzy Dizzy also played earlier
Yes,
this
Dizzy
week.
Izzy playing.
Against each other.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. As Foco did face Jacksonville in the first game. So see those teammates facing each other. Road Rage will have the star to start this jam.
Has 3 20-point or more jams
Yes, I don't.
already in pocket today.
I don't see Sunny Days out. So Sunny will have gotten hopefully got a last jam in the Foco game as Foco won theirs for 5th place. All right, 13 seconds of game time. Mob City too deep in the hole to work out in one jam's worth, especially with a power start, as I see the Iron Rabbit sitting for Bach in the penalty box. Bach must have picked up another penalty, and it's now being sat by 21. And Road Rage has lead jammer, so it is a matter of, hey, look, I'm going to tell off the jam because the game clock has ended. And there you have it, the final score unofficially, but there weren't any points in this half, so I'm pretty certain that'll turn over quickly. The Attack Pack wins bronze in the Open Division, 233, Mob City 138. Congratulations to our 4 aging out skaters. Hopefully you will do wonderful things either in Adult Derby or just in life in general. Thunderdale, this has been a great call for the weekend. Thank you for joining and coming out and offering the insights.
Stay tuned. If you're watching right now,
absolutely.
stay tuned.
This next game is going to be a barn burner, as you mentioned. Los Anarchists seriously coming for the title.
This might end up like 65-64.
It could.
Yeah.
If you saw their previous game, that was what did they beat
90
Jacksonville?
to
Like
60-something.
something like that. Yeah. Los Anarchists does not like to give up points. Santa Cruz also not liking to give up points. For Thunderdale, I am Scott Chicken. Thank you for tuning into the Open Division 3rd place bronze medal game. You are watching the 2019 Junior Roller Derby Association Championships, brought to you by the WFTDA on twitch.tv. Stick around. Santa Cruz and Los Anarchists coming up next.